Ever feel like you've hit a wall? Like you've tried something and it just completely fell apart? We've all been there. The sting of failure is real. But what if I told you that failing is one of the most powerful tools you have for success? Today, we're going to talk about how to fail the right way, so you can turn every setback into a comeback. First, let's get one thing straight. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's an essential part of the journey. Think of it like this. A baby learning to walk falls down hundreds of times. Does the baby think, well, I guess walking isn't for me? No. Each fall is a data point, a tiny lesson in balance and coordination. Failure is just feedback, telling you what doesn't work so you can get closer to what does. It's a stepping stone, not a dead end. When you see failure as part of the process, it loses its power to stop you. So, you've failed. What's next? The most crucial step is to figure out what went wrong. This requires honest self. It's easy to blame external factors, like bad luck or other people. But real growth comes from looking inward. Grab a notebook and ask yourself some tough questions. What specific actions did I take? What were the decisions that led to this outcome? What were the assumptions I made that turned out to be incorrect? Maybe you assumed the market was ready for your product, or you thought a certain study method would work for an exam. Be brutally honest with yourself, but do it without judgment. The goal isn't to beat yourself up. It's to become a detective in your own life, searching for clues that will help you solve the puzzle next time. Once you've identified what went wrong, it's time to turn those mistakes into actionable lessons. It's not enough to say, I messed up. You need to get specific. For example, instead of saying, my presentation was terrible, try to pinpoint why. Was it because you didn't practice enough? Did you not know your audience? Did your slides have too much text? The lesson isn't I'm bad at presentations. The lesson is next time I will practice my presentation 5 times out loud and simplify my slides to one key idea per slide. See the difference? One is a dead end. The other is a clear roadmap for improvement. Extracting these concrete lessons turns a painful memory into a valuable asset for your future. Now, let's talk about the emotional side of failure. When things go wrong, our first instinct is often to blame ourselves, to feel shame or frustration. This is where emotional control comes in. Your feelings are valid, so allow yourself to feel disappointed for a moment, but don't let that feeling take over and turn into a cycle of self-punishment. Beating yourself up doesn't fix anything. It just drains your energy and makes it harder to try again. Instead, practice self-compassion. Talk to yourself the way you would talk to a good friend who just went through a tough time. You'd say, hey, it's okay. You gave it your best shot. What can we learn from this? Treating yourself with kindness allows you to process the failure without getting stuck in it. A huge part of this is learning not to personalize failure. This is a game changer. When something you do fails, it's an event. It's an outcome. It is not you. You are not a failure. Your project failed, your attempt failed, your strategy failed. But you, as a person, are still whole, capable, and full of potential. Separating your identity from your results is crucial for resilience. Thomas Edison famously said, I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. He didn't see each failed attempt as a reflection of his worth. He saw it as one step closer to a solution. Remember, your worth is constant. It doesn't go up with success or down with failure. So what do you do when your plan has clearly failed? You adjust your strategy, not your goal. If your dream is to climb a mountain and you encounter an obstacle on one path, you don't give up on reaching the summit. You find another path. The same applies to your goals. Maybe your goal is to start a successful online business. Your first product launch might flop completely. The goal isn't to abandon your dream of being an entrepreneur. The goal is to change your approach. Maybe you need a different product, a new marketing strategy, or a better understanding of your target audience. Keep your eyes on the destination, but be flexible about the route you take to get there. The most successful people are not those who never fail, but those who are masters of the pivot. Every time you face a failure and choose to get back up, you're building something incredibly valuable. Mental resilience. Think of it like working out at the gym. When you lift weights, you're actually creating tiny tears in your muscle fibers. It's the process of repairing those tears that makes your muscles stronger. Failure does the same thing for your mind. Each time you handle a setback, you're strengthening your ability to endure future challenges. You learn that you can survive disappointment. You prove to yourself that you are capable of overcoming adversity. Over time, you find that things that used to knock you down for weeks now only set you back for a day or even just an hour. You become mentally tougher, more adaptable, and more confident in your ability to handle whatever life throws at you. To make this whole process easier, we need to normalize failure as a part of growth. We live in a culture that often glorifies success and hides the messy process it took to get there. Social media is a highlight reel of achievements, but the reality is, anyone who is pushing their limits and trying to achieve something meaningful is going to experience setbacks. Expect them. Welcome them. Even a setback isn't a sign that you should quit. It's a sign that you're challenging yourself. If you're never failing, you're probably playing it too safe. You're staying in your comfort zone where growth is limited. See failure as a natural, expected part of your journey, and it will lose its scary, paralyzing power. No one succeeds in a vacuum. When you've stumbled, one of the smartest things you can do is seek feedback from trusted sources. This could be a mentor, a coach, a colleague, or a friend whose opinion you respect. The key is trusted sources. You want to talk to people who will give you honest, constructive guidance, not just tell you what you want to hear, or worse, tear you down. Explain the situation, what you tried to do, and where you think it went wrong. Then, just listen. An outside perspective can be incredibly valuable. They might see something you missed or offer a solution you hadn't considered. They can help you separate the emotion from the facts and provide the encouragement you need to move forward. And that brings us to the final, most important step. Try again. But don't just try again in the same way. Try again with improvement. Take all the insights you've gained from your self-reflection, your analyses, and the feedback you've received and apply them. This is where the magic happens. This is where failure transforms into progress. You've taken a fall, but you've learned from it. You're wiser, stronger, and better prepared than you were before. So, take that next step. Launch the next product. Sign up for the next race. Submit your work again. Each new attempt is not a start from scratch. It's a start from experience. So, the next time you fail, I want you to remember this. Don't run from it. Don't hide it. Lean into it. Dissect it. Learn from it. And then use it as fuel to propel you forward. Failure isn't the end of the story. It's just a plot twist on your way to a great ending. Thank you so much for watching. If this video helped you see failure in a new light, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content on growth and resilience. Let me know in the comments about a time you learned a valuable lesson from a failure. I'd love to hear your stories. See you in the next video.